Assalamu alaikum to all the parents and the students. I will start making videos from this week onwards about all the lessons that we have done in the class. I will teach them here so that the students who were not able to understand the concept inside the classroom, they can watch this video and practice the questions at home. Okay. Now today we will talk about the module 9. Okay, we have finished module 9. Okay, so I will teach all the concepts in all the lessons that are there in module 9. Okay, so the first two lessons were about a 2D shape that is known as circle. First of all, let me tell you what are 2D shapes. See, there are basically 3 dimensions. Okay, 3 dimensions yani 3 directions. For example, look here, there is length. Okay, one direction tells you about the length. Okay, second direction tells you about the width. Okay, for example, this is the width, and the third one is the height. So if you will take the corner of the room, okay, from the corner of the room, 3 lines are coming out, one going towards the length, one showing the width, and one line which will go up, which will tell you about the height. So any shape which has only 2 out of these 3 dimensions, we call them 2D shapes. For example, if I will take a rectangle here, check, this is a rectangle, right? If I will check the corner, from the corners only 2 dimensions are there. Number one is length here and the second one is width here. So this is a 2D shape. Similarly, if I will see a circle, in the circle also there are only 2 dimensions, one showing the length, one showing the width, you can see. So circle is also a 2D shape. Now let's start. The 2D shape about which we will talk in this video is circle. Okay, now you see, circle is basically circle has a center. Okay, and from the center, if I will draw a line towards the boundary of the circle, okay, this boundary has a name. Okay, we call it circumference. We call it circumference. Okay, so we are talking about circle. See, this is a circle. Okay, the video is blur, maybe just 1 second. So check, this is a circle. Okay, now circle has a center. Okay, the boundary of this circle, you see this boundary from which the circle is made, we call it circumference. Circumference yani what is the length of this boundary. Like if I want to calculate what is the length of this boundary, I will call it what? Circumference. Okay, so circle is the shape, circumference yani the length of this boundary. Okay, now this line which is starting from the center of the circle and ending at the touching the circumference, we call it radius. We call it radius and we represent it by r. Okay, so this is my radius. Now if I draw another line which starts from the circumference of the circle, goes towards the center, okay, and then again ends at the touches the circumference. So this complete line starting from circumference, passing through the center and again going to the circumference, we call it diameter and we show it by d. So this is diameter. This is all about the circle. Okay, that is there in first lesson. I will tell you. So we have a circle, the small line starting from center to the boundary is radius, the complete line here is diameter. Okay, and the length of this boundary of the circle, we call it circumference. So in the lesson number 1, we have to find the circumference of the circle. Okay, circumference yani the length of this boundary, the measurement of this boundary of circle. Now the question is, how will you measure it? There is a very simple formula to find the circumference of a circle. Okay, and the formula is C equals, okay, I hope you can see properly, C equals 2 pi r. C equals 2 pi r. Okay, now this is the formula. If you will remember this formula, you can find the circumference very easily. 2 is simply a number, you know that, multiply by pi. You see this symbol, it looks like a T with the 2 lines, so we call it pi. Okay, we call it pi. and the value of pi is always 3.14, always 3.14. You have to remember, wherever I will use pi in any of the formulas, pi will always represent a value that is 3.14. okay, so 2 times pi yani 3.14 times r. What is r? I told you before, r is the radius. So if you will use this small simple formula, you can find the circumference. C and circumference. We represent the circumference which starts with C. So in the short form, I am writing C here for circumference. Okay. So circumference is equal to 2 times pi times r. Let's take a small example. Okay. In this, there are 2-3 types of question that I will do it here with you. Type 1 question. Okay. Type 1. He will give you a simple circle. Okay. And inside a circle, he will give you the radius. Let's say the radius here is 10. Okay. Now he will say, okay, find the circumference. Find the circumference. Now, what will you do? As soon as you will see this word circumference, you must remember the formula C equals 2 pi r. C equals 2 pi r. Okay. Circumference yani C equals 2 pi r. Now I know the number 2. I know that pi is 3.14. Now what is my radius? You can check here in the question. The radius is 10, right? So I will just put here 10. Now let us solve this. 2 times 3.14 will give you 6.28, right? Times 10. Whenever you see a number, a multiple of 10, like 10, not multiple of like 10, whenever you see 10, 100, 1000 like this, in which the end we have 0, 0, zeros, okay? You just count how many zeros are there. In the 10, there is only 1 0, right? So you just move this decimal one step towards the right direction and you will get the result. So you don't have to multiply with the 10 in a conventional method. Just count how many zeros are there. 1 0, move the decimal one step. Khalas. So 62.8. Let's say that unit was here meter. So this will become 62.8 meter. What is this 62.8? This 62.8 meter is the circumference. Yani if I will measure this boundary of the circle, this boundary, what will be the measurement? 62.8 meter. Okay. When the radius is 10, this circumference will be 62.8 meter. So this is the type 1 question that is there in lesson number 1. Okay. Now the type 2 question, please watch carefully. In the type 2 question, he will again give you a circle, but this time he will give you a diameter. Okay, see, he will give you the full line diameter. Okay, he will not give you the radius. Let's say the diameter is 40 here. So now he will say, okay, find the circumference. Find the circumference. Whenever you see this word circumference, yani the formula will be C equals 2 pi r. Yes. Now 2 times 3.14. Now I need the r, correct? How will I get the r? R is not given here. Radius is not given. The diameter is given. So you have to remember, okay, that the radius is always half of diameter. Radius is always half of the diameter. Diameter yani this full line. Diameter is the full line and radius is the half line. So if you will do half of the diameter, you will get your radius. Okay. So half of 40. Half of 40 is how much? 20. So here let's say this is centimeter. So my radius is 20 centimeter. Okay. So in place of radius here I will put what now? 20, because I got 20 here. Okay. Now just simply multiply them. 2 times 3.18 times 20 will give you how much? Okay, let's say this is 6.28, 62.8 multiply by 2. तो 8 दूनी 16 6 1 और 2 दूनी 4 1 5 और 1 12. Okay, so this will be 125.6 centimeter. Okay, so you can do the multiplication by yourself, right? Multiplication is a concept that I have already taught the students. So this is how you have to do it. So type 1, he will give you the radius only. You use the formula, you find the answer. Type 2, he will give you the diameter. So you will do the half of diameter to get the radius, and then you will put the radius in the formula and you will calculate it. Okay, now there is a type 3 question. Okay, I will just do it here. Type 3. Okay, in the type 3 question, he will give you a reverse question. How reverse? Like he will give you the circumference now. Until now, what were we doing? We were like he was giving us the radius and the diameters, and using it we were finding the circumference, right? Now in this type 3, he will give us the circumference and he will ask us to find the radius or the diameter. See how? Let's say a circle is given, okay, and he says that the circumference C is already given. Let's say 2512 centimeter. This is the circumference. Okay, now using this circumference we have to find both. We have to find radius also and diameter also. So remember, whenever we are talking about the circumference, the formula will be same, that C is equal to 2 pi r. Okay, this time the radius is not given, but the circumference is given. Circumference is given how much? 2512. So I will put it here, 2512 equals, this is 2 times 3.14 times r. Yes, so 2512 is equal to 2 times 3.14 will give you 6.28 r. Okay, now see, when I taught equations to the student, I told them if you are finding some variable, then you want to find the r, right? You want to find r equal how much? Yes, you see there is no number with the r here. Yes, so it means if I want to find the r, I have to remove the numbers present with it. Okay, so in the equation, whenever you are finding a variable, whenever you are finding something, you have to remove all the numbers present with it. Only then you will get the answer. Okay, now here we have 6.28 with r, right? Now how will I remove this? Check what is present between 6.28 and r. Here between them we have multiply. So whenever you see multiply, you just do the opposite of multiply. See, remember, the opposite of plus is minus. If you see plus, you do minus. The opposite of multiply will be divide. So what will I do here? To remove the 6.28, I will use divide here. Divide 6.28. Okay, now whatever you do on one side of the equal, whatever you do, what did I do here? Divide 6.28, Taqseem 6.28. Whatever you do on one side, repeat the same thing on the other side of equal. So divide 6.28 here also. Okay, now see, 6.28 divide 6.28 is 1, yani khalas, over, finish. What is left here? R. So R equals now 2512 divided by 6.28. So 2512 divided by 6.28. Now see, after point here we have two numbers, right? So if you want to remove this point, if you want to remove the decimal, okay, you just put 2 zeros up. Why 2 zeros? Because after decimal there were two numbers. This is a trick. So now we have 251200 divided by 628. Okay, now we will calculate this. We will calculate this and we will get the answer. Let me just calculate it quickly. Okay, 1200 divided by 628, right? So this will give me around 400. Okay, for now I will just use the calculator to do the calculation quickly, because I don't want to make a long video. I want to give you the concept. So here the radius will be 400 centimeter, because the unit was centimeter. Here I am using centimeter. Okay, so here the radius was 200, right? Now we have to find the diameter also. So it is very clear that the diameter is double of radius, right? So if I will do double of 400, yani 400 times 2, it will give me 800. That is my diameter. Okay, and 400 is my radius. Now let us move to the next lesson. In the next lesson we will again talk about the circle only, but here we have to find the area of circle. Okay, this circle is given and we have to find its area. Okay, now to find the area we again need the radius. Now the formula to find the area of a circle is very simple. You just have to do pi times r square. Pi times r square. Now this r has a power 2. The power 2 means you will multiply the r 2 times, which means pi times r times r. So if you will just solve this, you will get the area of a circle. Now what is area? Area means the space, the empty space inside the circle. You see there is some space inside the circle. In Arabic, I think we call it masafa or masaha, something like this. Yes. So this space inside the circle is known as area. So I hope the meaning of area is clear. Area means the space inside any 2D shape. If I make a rectangle, triangle, any 2D shape, and I talk about the space inside that 2D shape, we will call it area. Okay. Now let us take type 1 question. In the type 1 question, he will simply give you a circle. Okay, and then he will give you the radius, and then let's say the radius here is 5. Okay, and then he will ask you to find the area. Find the area. Okay, so now whenever you see the word area of circle, now remember, for different 2D shapes the formula of area is different. This formula is only for circle. Okay, so whenever we are talking about area of circle, you will simply do area equals pi r square, which means pi times r. You know that pi is 3.14, correct? And the r radius here is how much? 5. So 3.15 times 5 times 5. You just have to multiply these numbers and you will get the answer. So 5 times 5, 25. 25 times 3.14 will give you around 78.5. Let's say this was meter, so this will become meter square. Now see, this time I am putting a power 2 on meter. Why? Because see, the radius is coming 2 times, correct? This radius is also in meter, this radius is also in meter. So when I multiply the meter with meter, it becomes meter power 2. That's why in the unit we have to put power 2. Okay, let us repeat one more time. Area means the space inside any 2D shape. Area means space inside any 2D shape. Okay, here our 2D shape is circle. So if you want to find the area of circle, you have to use the formula pi r square, pi times r times r. Okay, in the type 1 question, the radius is given 5 meter, and he asks us to find the area. Yes, so area is pi r square. Again formula, pi is 3.14, radius 5. When you will multiply them, you will get the answer. This was the type 1 question, which is the most simplest and the basic type of question. Okay, in type 2, what he will do, he will not give you the radius, he will directly give you the diameter. For example, he says that the diameter is 20. Okay, diameter is how much? 20. Now find the area. Find the area. So again, same formula, but see, first of all we need the radius, correct? So how will you find the radius? You already know that radius is half of diameter, correct? So half of 20 will be 10. Half yani nooks. Okay, so 20 divided by 2, 10. So 10 is my, let's say this is inch this time. Okay, this is inch, so 10 inch. Now we have to find the area. For the area, again the formula is same, pi r square, yani 3.14 times r is now 10, yani 10 times 10. Now 10 times 10, 100. Now let's see, 3.14 times 100. Check, I told you whenever we are multiplying with 10, 100 or 1000, we just count the number of zeros. Here we have 2 zeros, right? So this decimal will jump 2 steps and this will become 314. Okay, 314 inch square. So this is the type 2 question in which he will give you the diameter. Okay, and you have to find the radius first and then use the formula of area of the circle and solve it. Now in the type 3 question, he will give you a semicircle. Now see, this is a semicircle, right? Semicircle means half circle. If I will cut a circle, see, this is a circle here, right? If I will cut it from the half, see, I will get this shape. Yes. So half in mathematics basically is known as semi. Semi means half. So this is a half circle, means semicircle. The name is semicircle, remember. Now this line here, this full line from here, this line from here to here, this is diameter. Okay, you can see if I cut it from here, this will give me the diameter, right? So this line here is diameter. If you need radius, you have to do half of it. It will give you the radius. Let's say I said that this is 40. The diameter is how much? 40. So here what will be the radius? You know that the radius is half of diameter, correct? So 40 divided by 2, which will give me 20. So the radius here is 20. Let's say this is feet this time. So 20 feet. Now the radius is clear. Now let us talk about its area. We have to find what? Find the area of the semicircle. Now it is very simple because this is a half circle, right? Semicircle. So if you want to do half of something, you do Taqsim 2, right? So if you want to find its area, you write the area of circle, that is pi r square. This is the area of a full circle, right? If I want semicircle, yani half circle, I will simply divide it by 2, because dividing 2 means making half. So if I will divide the area of a circle by 2, it will become the area of a semicircle. Rest of the things are similar. Pi is 3.14. Here the radius was 20, so I will put here 20 times 20 divided by 2, right? 3.14 divided by 2 will give me 1.57. okay, 2 times 2 here 4. Okay, this will become 1.57 times 400. Okay, now 20 means it will jump here. This will become 157 times 4, which will give me 7/28. Here 2 7 22 2 up and 10. Okay, so this will be 6. Sorry, here 6. 628 will be the answer, and the unit will be feet square. So let us just discuss it again. If you are getting a half circle, we call it semicircle here. Okay, the name will be semi and a half. Now if you want to find the area of a semicircle, you do half of the area of circle and it becomes the area of semicircle. Okay, now here the radius was 20. How? Diameter was 40. I did half of it and I got the radius 20. Okay, now pi is 3.14, radius was 20. I solved it and I got the answer. I hope you understood. So this was lesson number 2, which was about the area of the circle. Okay, these are the 3 type of questions that are there in this lesson. So now we have covered 2 lessons, lesson number 1, lesson number 2. Okay, now I will move to the lesson number 3. The lesson number 3 is about area of composite figures. So third lesson is basically about the areas only, but not only circle. This is area of composite figures. Now see, composite figure यानी when I join 2 or more than 2D shapes together. If I join the 2D shapes together and I make a new figure out of it and I try to find its area, then we will call it area of composite figures. Okay, I will give you an example, but before that you must know how to find the area of different 2D shapes. Okay, let me write it for you here. I will write it here for you. So if you have a simple rectangle, okay, rectangle has 2 things, the length and the width. If you want to find its area, the formula is very simple. Just multiply the length with the width. Let me just move it here a little bit. Okay, if you have a rectangle, okay, what do we call it? Rectangle. If you have a rectangle, simply multiply the length and the width and you will get the area. Okay, so you just have to do length multiply width. If you have a square means all the side, it is See, rectangle and square, they look similar, right? 4 lines here, 4 lines here, but they are different. How? In square, all the sides are equal. The length, width, all are equal. So let's say one side of the square is given S. If you want to find its area, simply multiply the side with the side. For example, if this side is given, let's say 10, so it means the other one will also be 10. So you will do 10 multiply 10, that will give you 100. That is the area. In the rectangle, let's say this side is given, the length is given 10 and the width is given 5. So you will do 10 multiply 5, 50. So 50 is the area. Okay, so rectangle done, square done. Okay, this is square. Let me write the name here, square. After square, we will have triangle. We will have what? Triangle. Tri means 3. So 3 means 3 sides. A figure, enclosed figure with 3 lines. So if you have a triangle, the formula to find its area will be base multiply the height. Okay, remember the straight line, the vertical line, see here. Okay, the vertical line tells you about the height. See this is the height, this is the base. Okay, you simply for the area do base multiply height, and remember in triangle we have to do divide 2. Okay, to find the area of a triangle, first we multiply the base and height. Remember, see, this is the base, this is the height, multiply them and then divide it by 2 to get the area. Let's say the base here is 10 and height here is 4. So 10 multiply 4, 40. Then 40 divided by 2, 20. So 20 is the area of this triangle. Okay. Now, next is, what is left? Okay. Trapezoid. Yeah. See, trapezoid also have 4 lines, right? But it is different than a rectangle. See, in the rectangle, the 2 lines are completely straight, right? The angle here is 90. But here in the trapezoid, these lines are not straight, okay? So whenever you see this kind of shape, we call it trapezoid, okay? Trapezoid. Now, in the trapezoid, see the length of this line and the length of this line, they are different, right? This is smaller, this is bigger. We call it base 1. We call it base 1, and we call this one base 2. Okay, and here this will give you the height. Okay, the formula of area of a trapezoid is similar to triangle. In the triangle, what did we do? Base multiply height divided by 2. Here also we have to do base multiply height divided by 2. But check, we have 2 bases here, right? So first of all, we combine the bases to get our base. So base 1 plus base 2, this is our base. Okay, then base multiply height divided by 2. So to get the base here, first we have to add both the bases. Just a trick to remember. Okay, so base 1 plus base 2 will give you the combined base multiply height divided by 2, just like the triangle, base multiply height divided by 2. Okay, now this is area of a trapezoid. After that, what else is there? Okay, triangle done. Okay, parallelogram. If you see a shape like this, okay, we call it a parallelogram. P-A-R-A-L-L-E gram. In the parallelogram also, he will simply give you the base, okay, and he will give you the height. Base and height will be given. So the area is very simple. Multiply the base with height in the parallelogram. In the rectangle, in the square, there is no divide 2. The divide 2 is only there in triangle and trapezoid. Remember that. Okay, so these are all the formulas that you have to remember. Okay, I have not written the formula for a circle and semicircle here because we have already done it in the last sheet. Okay, so if those formulas are used here in the questions, you can understand it, remember it. Okay, now let us start with question number 1. Let us make some question. Okay, let's say I have this figure. Okay, now watch carefully. This particular shape is made out of 2 different shapes. If you will look carefully here down, I have a square. See, this is a square, right? And I have joined the square with a semicircle, correct? Now he wants to find its area. He wants to find the area. Now what will I do? I will find the area of the square. Let us say this is my figure number 1 and this is my figure number 2. I will find the area of the square and then I will find the, just one second, let me increase the brightness a little bit. Okay. Okay, so I will find the area of the square. How? Area 1, the area of the square is side multiply side. Yes, you see, if the side of the square is given, we will do side multiply side. So 10 multiply 10, it will become how much? 100, right? Now we have to find the area of semicircle. For semicircle, we need the radius, correct? You check here, the radius is not given, correct? So how will I find the radius? If this line is 10, it means this line is also 10, right? Okay, so first of all, this is how much? 10. Now 10 is the diameter. See, the complete line, full line is given, diameter. So how will I find the radius? Radius is always half of the diameter. So what is half of 10? Half of 10 will be 5. Yani my radius here is 5. I got the radius. Now using the radius, I will find the area of my semicircle. So the area of my semicircle, the second area will be pi r square divided by 2. Yes, pi r square divided by 2. So pi is 3.14. Radius is here, you can see 5 times 5 times 5 and divided by 2 here. Okay, so if I will solve this, I will get around 39.25. Okay, 39.25. Okay, I haven't put the unit, so if this is meter, then this will become meter square, this will also become meter square. Okay, now what will be my total area? The total area will be the sum of the number 1 plus the number 2. Number 1 was how much? 100 plus the number 2 is 39.25. Okay, so this will become how much? 139.25 meter square. Okay, I hope this is clear. Let me explain one more time. This shape was made from two things, one square and the second one semicircle. Area of square, side multiply side, yani 10 multiply 10, that is 100. Area of semicircle is pi r square divided by 2. Pi r square divided by 2. How did we get the radius? This was 10. It means this is also 10. This represents the diameter, but I need only the half one, that is the radius. So I did half of 10. Half of 10 is 5. Yani the radius is 5. I put the radius where? In the formula. R square. 5 multiply 5. We solved it. We got the area of semicircle. To get the total area, we have to do area 1 plus area 2. Area 1 is 100. Area 2 is 39.25. So 100 plus 39.25, 139.25 meter square. So this is how we join two or more than two figures to make a composite figure. This is a composite figure, okay, and then we find its area. Okay, let us take one more example. Okay, I will take an example from the book only because most of the question comes from the book. Okay, let us take this one. Okay, so this is 6, 6, 8, 20 and this is 10. Okay, so you have to watch this question carefully because this is little bit tricky. Okay, not very difficult, but yes, you just have to pay a little bit attention. Now this whole figure is made from two shapes. If I will make a dotted line here, you can see down I have a big rectangle, right, and up here I have a small triangle. So rectangle and triangle. So rectangle is my number 1. Okay, this is number 1 figure and my triangle is number 2. So let us find the area of the rectangle first. Okay, area 1. So for the rectangle, what do we do? Check. For the rectangle, we have to multiply the length and the width, right? So what is the length here? The length is 20. This complete is how much? 20. And what is the width? 6. So I will simply do 20 multiply 6. That will give me 120. Okay, this is meter again. So meter square. Okay. Now, to find the area of triangle, first I need the base. Yes, check, the base is not given here, right? This base is not given. So first we have to find the base. Now how will I do this? I need this one. I need this base, right? Okay, this is not given. What to do? What to do? What to do? I checked here. Okay, this complete line is 20. Okay, it means this line is also 20, right? Out of 20, this much is 6 and this much is 8, right? Out of the full 20, if I remove this 6 and if I remove this 8, I will get this much, right? So from 20, if you will do minus 8 first, it will become how much? 12, right? Now from this 12, if you will do this minus 6, it will become how much? 6. Yani this base here is 6, right? The base here is 6. Any problem? I hope not. Now we need this height also. This height is not given, correct? So what to do? Check the complete height is given how much? 10, right? Out of 10, I don't need this much. Now this is how much? This is how much? This is how much? This is 6. So from the 10, if I remove the 6, from the 10, if I subtract the 6, what will be the remainder? 4. Yani this here is how much? 4. So I got the height, I got the base also. Now I will find the area. Area of my triangle will be base multiply height divided by 2, right? So what is my base? My base is 6 and my height is 4 divided by 2. 6 times 4, 24. 24 divided by 2 will give you 12. So 12 meter square, right? Total area will be 120 plus 12, yani 132 meters square. I hope you understood. Okay, so these type of questions are there in the book. I will say I have already sent the solution of all the questions from the book. You can try the questions. Now you have understood the concept, right? How to do it using the formulas. If you have any problem, you can check the solutions. Now there is one more different type of question here, in which, let me just do it here. This is also from the book. Last type of question. So 3 types of question were there mainly. Like this is the last type. Just see. Okay. Now this is my shaded region. Okay, colored region. Okay. In this question, he says he asks you to find the area of the shaded region, shaded या colored region or the blue region, whatever he will give. Yani I need the area of this, only this, you know, this much area, this, I need only this much area, this inside that I have colored. Now how will I find this? We have to use the brain. Okay, let's see. Can you see a big rectangle here? Bigger one. See the boundaries. This is a rectangle, right? Okay, I forgot to write the dimensions. Let me write the dimension. Until here, this is 32. Then until here, this is 8. Then this is again 8. This is again 8 here. Same thing here, 8. And this is also 8. Okay, now see. Let's see the bigger rectangle here. If I find the area of this rectangle, I will get all the area inside. Yes, all of this, right? This will give me all the area, correct? Now I will ask myself, do I need all the areas? No, I don't need the whole area. This white portion is not required, right? So from the full area, the area of the full rectangle, if I subtract the white portion, only, I will get the remaining shaded area, right? Now if you check this white area, this is in the shape of a square. How do I know square? Because see, this side also 8, this side also 8. Same side yani square. Same thing here, 8 here, and this is also 8. Okay, it is given. And this is also a square, right? So what will I do? First I will find the area of the rectangle, the big rectangle. Now how do we find the area of rectangle? Check here again. Length multiply width. I need the length and width. Length yani this complete length. Okay, from here to here this is 32. From here to here this is 8. 32 and 8 how much? 40. So my length will become 40. Multiply, I need the width now. Complete width will be how much? 8 and 8. 16. So times 16. So length times width will give me 640. 640, let's say this is feet. So feet square feet. Okay, so this is my area. This is the area of the full rectangle. From this we have to remove these white areas, right? So let us find area of the squares. How will I find this? 8 times 8. Here also 8 times 8. So 8 times 8 plus 8 times 8. 8 times 8 is how much? 64. Here also how much? 64. It will give me 128 square feet. Now what do we have to do? From the complete area, if I remove this white area, I will get the shaded region. Yes, removing yani doing minus. So area of the shaded region, will be equal to 640 minus 128. Okay, which will give you 500 and how much? 12. 512 square feet. Okay, I hope you understood. So this is it. In lesson number 3 there are some different type of questions that you can try from the book and check the solutions that I have already sent. So this was lesson number 3, in which we join two different kind of shapes to make a new shape, and then we find its area. And when you join two different kind of 2D shapes, we call it composite figure. That's why the name of the lesson was area of composite figures. I hope you understood this. Okay, now let us start with the fourth lesson. Okay, lesson number 4, that is volume. Now okay, let us take a minute to understand. I told you that there are two types of shape, 2D and 3D. Okay, the shapes that we were discussing until now, those were 2D shapes because they were having only 2 dimensions. I told you there are 3 dimensions, right? See, the length, and that there is width, and then there is height, right? Length, width and height. If anything has only 2 dimension, we call it 2D. Now any shape which has all the 3 dimensions, like I told you in the previous example, check the room. In the room, we check any corner. You are sitting in a room right now, right? Check the corner. From the corners you will see 3 lines are coming out. One will show you the length of the room, the second one will show you the width of the room, and the third one will show you the height of the room. Now because the room has all the 3 directions, we will call it a 3D shape. Okay, now whenever we talk about the space, in any 2D shape which has only 2 dimensions, like rectangle, triangle, circle, then we call it area. That we have studied in the previous lessons, right? But whenever I talk about the empty space inside the 3D shape, like for example, you are sitting in the room, right? This room has some space in which there is sofa, you are sitting, AC, light, TV and everything, television, everything is there, right? So the space inside the 3D shape is known as volume. We don't call it area, remember, we call it volume. So the meaning is same, but the names are different. Whenever we talk about the space inside 2D shape, we call it area. Whenever we talk about the space inside the 3D shape, we call it volume. Meanings are same, but the names are different depending on the type of shape. Okay, so in this lesson we have to talk about the volume, and when I say volume, it means now we will talk about the 3D shapes. Okay, now there are different types of 3D shapes. Okay, but here in this lesson we have only 2 types of shape. Number 1 will be prism, and number 2 will be pyramid. So remember, we will only talk about prism and pyramid and nothing else. So first of all, I will tell you what is prism and pyramid. Let us start with the prism. Okay, prism is a shape in which the front and the back looks exactly same. For example, the room in which you are sitting right now, check the front side and check the back side of the room. Both the walls are similar, right? The front will also look like a rectangle and the back will also look like a rectangle. So when the front and the back of any shape is same, we call it a prism. For example, I will show you in the book here. If I see this box here, Okay, if I see this box, check here, the front is a rectangle, right? And the back side of this box will also be a rectangle, right? So this is a prism. If I see here, check, the front looks like a triangle, right? And the back also looks like a triangle, right? Both are same, so this is also a prism. Okay, check, front triangle, back triangle, this is a prism. Okay, so understood the prism. But what is pyramid? In the pyramid, see, you will have a pointy end. The top and the bottom will never be same. Okay, at the bottom, see, what shape do I have? This is a triangle at the bottom, right? See, the bottom is a triangle, correct? But if I will see the top, this is a point. Pyramid is like, if you have seen like in the movies or in the Google, or if you have been to Egypt, we have pyramids there, right? This is like a similar shape, right? See, this is also a pyramid. This is the, basically it is inverted, so this is the pointy edge, right? And here down I have a rectangle. So this is a pyramid where the top and bottom are not same. Okay, so prism and pyramid are the two shapes that we are going to discuss in this lesson. Okay, now what did I tell you about prism? The front and back should be same, or the top and bottom should be same. Okay, now there are two type of prism, or three type you can say, we will study. The first is rectangular prism. Now prism यानी front and back should be same, right? And why do I call it rectangular? Because the shape of the front and the shape of the back will be a rectangle. Let me draw it for you. Okay, check it carefully. Check, the front is a rectangle here, right? And the back side is also a rectangle, right? Both are same shape and same size, and because the shape is a rectangle, I call it rectangular prism. Now check this corner. Check, you can take any corner. I'm taking this one. From this corner, three lines are coming. Number one, this one, it tells me about the length. Okay, number two, this one, this tells me about the width, and number three, this one, this tells me about the height, right? So I have all the three dimensions, so this is my 3D shape, right? Now there is some empty space, like there's some space inside this rectangular prism, right? He will say find this space, and what do we call it? Volume. I told you, space inside a 3D shape is volume. So how will I find the volume? I will tell you some formulas that you have to remember. If you will remember the formulas, this chapter is very easy. This will be easy for you to do it. But if you will not remember the formulas, if you will not learn the formulas properly, then you won't be able to do anything. So please learn the formulas, note it down properly, and revise them after every few days. So whenever a rectangular prism is given, the formula of volume will be very simple. Multiply the length, width and height. Khalas, nothing else. Multiply the length with the width and multiply it with the height, and you will get the volume. Let's say here the length is let's say 5, the width is let's say 6, and the height is 4. So what will I do? 5 times 6 times 4. Okay, khalas, you will get the answer. Easy. 5 times 6, 30. 30 times 4, 120. Now let's say this is meter, so I will put here meter. Now cube. Now see, the unit has power 3. Why? Because this 5 is also meter, the 6 is also meter, and the 4 is also meter. I'm trying to multiply 3 meter units together, so it will be m power 3, meter power 3. So whenever you are talking about volume, the unit power should be 3. Whenever you are talking about area, the unit power should be 2. Now this much is clear. Rectangular prism. The second prism should be the second prism is triangular prism. Triangular prism. Now what is triangular prism? In the triangular prism, the front and back will look like a triangle. Okay, let's see. Okay, my drawing is not that good, so please spare me. Okay, this looks like a triangular prism, right? See, the front is a triangle and the back is also a triangle. Simple, right? Now I will try to make the formula simple for you. Okay, the basic concept to find the volume is different, but I want to make it easy for all the students. So just try to see what I am doing. You have to take only three numbers here. Okay, just the length, width, height of this prism. This one here, okay, let's say this is the width. Okay, this one, let's say this is the length. Okay, and this one, let's say this is the height. Remember these three numbers only. Okay, remember there is a different method actually to explain the volume of this shape, but I'm telling you easier way so that you can do it in the exam. Okay, remember these three number, this one, and this one. We will call them length, width and height, just similar to this, so that you can make you can visualize it properly. To find its volume, you just have to multiply all of them again. Okay, multiply all of them again, same. Now see, the front is a triangle. Do you remember the formula for the triangle area? See, in the area of the triangle we did divided by 2, right? Remember, in the rectangle there was no divide, in the triangle there was divide 2. So here also, in the rectangle there was no divide, only length multiply width multiply height, but in the triangle you have to do divide 2. Divide how much? 2. Okay, I'm just telling you a way to remember the formulas to make it easier for you. Okay, now let's say here the length was 10. Okay, the width was 8 and the height is, let's say, 5. How will I find the volume? Volume will be equal to length is 10 times width is 8 times height is 5 divided by 2. Okay, so I can cut the 8 with 2. See, 8 divide 2, I can divide them. 8 divide 2 is how much? 4. Now just multiply the numbers. 5 times 4, 20, 20 times 10, 200. So 200, let's say this is inch, so inch cube. Okay, I hope you understood this. So this is prism. Okay, he can give you a square prism also. Square prism is similar to this. I will just make it square prism also here. Square prism. Let's see. In the square prism, all the length, width, height, all are same. So I will not give you all length, width and height. He will simply give you that each side is, let's say, 10. Each side is how much? 10. It means the volume area, like volume formula is same, like LWH, but because the LWH are same here, we write S multiply S multiply S, like side multiply side multiply side. What is the side? 10. So simple, 10 multiply 10 multiply 10. How much? 1000. Let's say this is centimeter, so centimeter cube. So see, rectangular prism and square prism, they are basically same. In the rectangular prism, the length, width, height are different, so we write them separately and we multiply them. But in the square prism, all the sides are same. Okay, so he will give you only one side. If he tells you this is 10, yani the length is also 10, the width is also 10, the height is also 10. So you multiply all three of them and you get the volume. Okay, so this was about the prism. So let us take a question from the book. Why? Because the numbers that are given in the book, they are little bit different. Okay, some fractions are given, some mixed number are given, and you should know how to solve it. So I will take one question from the book and I will explain it how to do the calculations. There is a question in the book in which a rectangular prism is given. Okay, I will just try to make it quickly. Okay, he said that the length is 8, the width is 1:3/4, and the height is 12:1/8. Now he said find the volume. Now you know that whenever there is a rectangular prism, we have to do length multiply width multiply height, right? First of all, whenever you have a mixed number, you have to change it into a fraction or a decimal. Okay, now I will tell you something here that you have to remember. If you want to change it into decimal, remember some of the things. If I give you 1/10, 1/10 always means 0.1. Okay, if I give you 2/10, okay, or I will give you 1/5, both are same, it means 0.2. These are some of the common fractions that you will see. Okay, 3/4, it means 0.75. Okay, 1 over 4, it means 0.25. Okay, 1 over 5 means 0. Oh, I already told you 1 over 5. Okay, so okay, I will just write it again. And 1 over 3 means 0.3. It is better if you remember them. If you will remember them, it will become easy for you in the exam to change these into decimals if you want. Okay, now, but in this question I will not change it into decimal. It just came into my mind, so I told you. Okay, you can note it down. Now see, this is a mixed number. I will change it into a fraction. Fraction means number over number. Okay, now how to do that? You take this number down and you multiply it with the number in the front. 4 multiply 1. 4 multiply 1, 4. Yes, you take this 4 to this number at the top, that is 3, and you do plus. 4 plus 3, 7. So the 7 will come here up. Okay, now here what do I have down here in the denominator? 4. So you put here 4. So it has been changed into the fraction now. How much? 7 over 4. So my length here is how much? 8. So I will put here 8 times my width is now how much? 7 over 4. So I will put here 7 over 4. Okay, now you pause the video and you try to change it by yourself. Okay, how much will it be? 8 times 12. 8 times 12 8 times 12 is 96. But then 96 plus 1 is 97. So I will do 97 over here how much? 8. So I will put 8. Now before you start multiplying the numbers, try to cut the numbers. See, I can see a 8 up and I can see a 8 down. Okay, simply 8 divide 8, 1. Yani khalas. My work has become, now I have to do less multiplication, right? So now 7 multiply 97. 7 times 7, 49. 4 will go up. 7 times 7, 49. 9 here, 4 will go up. 7 times 9, 63. 63 plus 4, 67. Divided by how much? 4. Divided by 4. Okay, I will show you how to divide also, because I want to do a question completely with you so that everyone can understand. 6, the upper number, while doing divide, the upper number will always go inside. Okay, and the number which is down, it will come outside. Okay, now to start the multiplication, first you have to choose a number inside which is bigger than the number outside. What do I have outside? 4. So if I check the 6, is the 6 bigger than 4? Yes. So I will start with the 6 only. Now check the table of 4. 4 times 1, 4. 4 times 2, 8. Do I have 6? No. After 4, I jump to 8. So because I don't have 6 in the table of 4, I will choose the number which is smaller. The number 4 here is smaller. 4 times how much? 4 times 1. So I will take 4 times 1, 4 here. Now I will do minus. 6 minus 4 is 2. Now the next number will come down. Okay, remember, next number will come down. It became 27. Now we will check further. 4 times 3, 12. I'm doing this division because some students do have problem in doing division. So just try to understand it and practice some division and multiplication at home. Okay, 4 times 4, 16. 4 times 5, 20. 4 times 6, 24. 4 times 7, 28. So see, we don't have 27, right? From 24 we jump to 28. So again I will take the smaller number, and 4 times how much? 6. So 4 times 6, 24. Now do minus again. 7 minus 4, 3. 2 minus 2, 0. Khalas, no need to write. 9 will come down. Now here again, 4 times 8, 32. 4 times 9, 36. 4 times 10 is 40. So we don't have 39, right? So what we'll take? We will take 36. 4 times 9, how much? 36. We do minus, we get 3. Now see, there is no number to bring down, yes? And the 3 is smaller than 4. So what will I do? I need a number here to continue. We will put a decimal in the answer. If you put a decimal in the answer, it gives you a power to add a 0 here. Okay, so it became 30. 30 is bigger than 4. Okay, then I can continue my division. Now check, there is no 30 here. From 28 we jump to 32. So what will I take again now? 28. 4 times how much? 7. 4 times 7, 28. I will carry it here, okay? 30 minus 28, 30 minus 28, 30 minus 28 will be 2. Again, because I have a decimal, it gives me the power to put a 0 here. Now I have 20, okay? Do I have 20? I have 20 here. Times what? Times 5. Times 5, 20. 20 minus 20, 0. When you get the 0, your job is over. The division is complete, and this is the answer, 169.75. okay? I have done this division to explain the students how to do divide. There were some students who were having problem in division, okay? So please try to remember this. Okay, so this is how we have to solve it. Now after the prism, we have to go to the second shape, that is pyramid, right? Let me take a new paper. Okay, now we will talk about the pyramids, okay? Volume of pyramids. So see, this is the first time I'm making the video. After watching the video, please give me the feedback also. What were the problems that you faced in the video, okay? So that next time I can improve the video for you if you had any problem, okay? So now let us talk about the pyramid, right? Basically, we have two types of pyramid, triangular pyramid and the rectangular pyramid. Now, how do I decide the name? You have to check the base of the pyramid, where the pyramid sits. If the base of the pyramid is rectangular, we call it a rectangular pyramid. If the base of the pyramid is triangle, then we will call it a triangular pyramid. And if the base is a square, then we will call it a square pyramid, okay? I will make them one by one. So let's say okay, okay, if I see this figure, check the base. The base is in the shape of a rectangle. See the lines here, 1 2 3 4. This is my base on which the pyramid is sitting, right? The base, the shape of the base is a rectangle, so I will call it a rectangular pyramid. Okay, let me put it. Okay, rectangular pyramid. Now this is a rectangular pyramid, okay? Check why? Because the shape of the base is a rectangle. Now again, I will try to make the formula easy for you, okay? Just you have to find 3 numbers in the figure, okay? Try to locate them. You have to locate these 3 numbers. This one, let's say this is the length, okay? This is the length, okay? Then you have to take this one, okay? This is the width. This or this, anything, width, right? Now the height will be the line from the center going till the middle of the pyramid. This one, this will be the height, okay? So you have to take only these 3 numbers, call them length, width and height, okay, to make it simpler. And the formula will be volume equals length multiply width multiply height, okay? See, the base is a rectangle, right? Remember, where is the paper? When I talked about the rectangular shape, we did length multiply width multiply height only, yes? So here also length multiply width multiply height. But in pyramid we have to do Taksim 3 in the last. So the formula will be length multiply width multiply height divided by 3. Just remember this, okay? Why am I using length width height again and again? Because see, the length width and height in the numerator, they are same in all the formulas. What is changing? Only the denominator, the number which is down, is changing. In the rectangular prism, there was no Taksim, only length multiply width multiply height. In the triangular prism, you can see here, okay? In the rectangular prism, there was only length multiply width multiply height. In the triangular prism, there was length width height Taksim 2 divided by 2. In the rectangular pyramid, length width height divided by 3, okay? Now if you have this triangular pyramid, basically, let's see, okay, like this, okay, something like this, okay? This is the height. Okay, triangular pyramid is little bit trickier, so just try to, this will be, let's say you have to take these three numbers. This will be the width, this will be the length, and this will be the height. Try to remember in this way. Okay, you have to take these three numbers, this one, and this one. Okay, he can also make the triangular pyramid in this way. Let me just show you. See, if he makes a line here, 90-degree angle here, it means in that situation this will become the length, this will become the width. Okay, and it will be something like this. Okay, and okay. In this situation, this will become the length, this will become the width, and here a line from the top to the center, this will become the height. So just remember, triangular prism looks like this. Here also it is a triangle, here also it is a triangle, but the triangles at the base are a little bit different. So just remember how to take the length, width, height. Okay, just you have to take these three numbers, and the formula of the volume will be again same, length, width, height, and finally divided by 6 here. In triangular pyramid you have to do divide 6. Rectangular pyramid or square pyramid, whatever comes, rectangular, square pyramid, you will do Taqsim 3. Triangular pyramid you will do Taqsim 6. Okay, triangular prism you will do Taqsim 2, and rectangular prism no Taqsim. Okay, please remember the numbers which will come down, and the work will become easier for you. Now let us put some numbers here. In this one, let's say the length is, I will put the decimal numbers this time because I want to show you how to multiply the decimal number. Let's say this is 2.4. okay, the width is, let's say, our camera is getting blur. Okay, I will just give me 1 second. Let's say the width is 3.2 and the height is, let's say, 1.5. I think now you can see. Okay, the length is 2.4, the width is 3.2, and the height is 1.5. Let us put it in the formula. Okay, so length 2.4 multiply 3.2 multiply 1.5 divided by 3. Now before I multiply all of these number, I will try to divide any of these number by 3. So see, 2.4, just take it as 24. 24 also comes in the table of 3, 15 also comes in the table of 3. Yes, so first of all I will try to divide this number with, because this is bigger, right? I will try to make it smaller. 24 divided by 3 gives me how much? 8. Gives me how much? 8, because 3 times 8 is 24. But see, because I have a point here, after point how many number? Only one number. After point, only one number. So in the answer, after this one number, I will put the point, and there is no number here, so just put a 0. So this will become 0.8. okay, now I just have to multiply the 0.8 with 3.2 and 1.5, right? So let us first multiply that let us multiply the 0.8 with 3.2. 3.2 multiply 0.8. okay, now 8 times 2, 6. Don't worry about the decimals, just leave it. 8 times 2, 16, 16, right? The last number will come down and the other number will go up to the next number here. Okay, remember this. Now 8 times 3, 24. Whatever comes, add it to this number. 8 times 3, 24. 24 plus 1, 25. So I will write here 25. No need to multiply with the 0, because 0 multiply anything gives you 0 only. Leave it. Now the question is, where should I put the point? To understand it, just count how many numbers after the decimal. Here after decimal, one number. Yes, here after decimal, one number. Correct. So total how many number? 2 numbers after decimal. Yes. So in the answer also, just from the right side, jump 2 steps, jump 2 numbers and put the decimal. So this will become 2.56. Now we have to do 2.56 multiply 1.5. Yes. Okay, start with the 5. 5 times 6, 30. So 0 here, 3 up. 5 times 5, 25. 25 plus 3, 28. So 8 down, 2 up. 5 times 2, 10. 10 and 2, 12. So 12 here. Now when one number is over, go to the next line and put 1 0. Okay, then start multiplying with the next number. Now if you multiply 1 with anything, you get the same result, right? So 1 times 6, 6, 1 times 5, 5, 1 times 2, 2. All the numbers are finished. There is no number to multiply, so put a line and add these numbers. 0, 0, 0, 8 and 6, 14, 4 here, 1 up, 2, 1, 3, 5, 8, here 3. So this is the answer, right? But where should I put the decimal? Count. After decimal, 2 numbers here. After decimal, 1 number here. So 2 plus 1, 3. Yani total 3 numbers after decimal. So after 3 numbers, put the decimal. This will become 3.84. Yani my volume here is 3.84. I hope you understood. Okay. Now let us solve a question on the triangular pyramid also. Let's say I give here that the length here is 9, okay, and the width here is let's say 6, not okay, 6, and the height is, let's say, whatever, 10. Now simply just put these numbers here. Length is 9, width is 6, and the height is 10 divided by 6. Now you can clearly 6 divide 6, the 6 will cancel each other, right? What is left? 9 times 10. 9 times 10, 90. And yeah, remember, I forgot the units, right? Let's say the unit here is inch, here it is feet, so you will put inch cube here. You know why? Power 3, because volume. Here feet cube. Okay, so I hope you understood how to use all the formulas. I will just write the formulas for you here. Okay, so if you have a rectangular prism, the formula will be length multiply width multiply height. Prism, rectangular prism. Okay, if you have a triangular prism, okay, then the formula will be, okay, length width height. Here length width height, so length times width times height divided by 2. Okay, if you have a rectangular pyramid, okay, like this will be the height in the center, this will be the length, this will be the width. So length width height divided by 3. Okay, finally if you have a triangular pyramid, something like this, so here, 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 this will be the height. Okay, this will be the length here, this will be the width here, so this will become length width height divided by 6. So just remember these formula. If you will remember these formula, the volume chapter will be easy for you. I have told you how to multiply the decimal numbers. I have told you how to change the mixed number into fractions. I have told you how to change the number into decimals also. I gave you some numbers, if you remember here. Remember these, this will help you. And we have seen multiplication, division, everything, right? I hope you will be able to do it now. Practice the question from the book. If you have any problem even after watching the video and watching the solution that I've sent you, then you can come in the school and ask me any question anytime, no problem. Now we will move to the next lesson. Okay, so the next lesson is about surface area. Okay, surface area. Now see, we are again talking about the area, right? Area means we will talk about some 2D shapes. Okay, before I start the lesson, okay, you must be sitting in a room while watching this video, right? So check out the room. This is a 3D space, right? 3D shape. But this room is made from the walls and the floor and the ceiling, correct? Total how many walls and floor and ceiling are there? If you will count, there are 6. 4 walls, front, back, right, left. Top we have ceiling, down we have floor, right? So total 6 surfaces are there, correct, which are making this 3D shape, the room. Now if you will check the wall only, the wall is 2D or 3D? The wall is a 2D shape, because the wall has only length or width or height, only 2 dimensions, right? Now if I ask you how much space is there on the walls, how much space is there on the walls, it means I'm talking about the area now, not volume, because wall is 2D. If you are trying to find the space on the wall, it means we are talking about the area, right? So whenever I ask you about the area of all the surfaces of a 3D shape, we call it surface area. That's why the name of the lesson is surface area. Let us make the first 3D shape. The first one is a rectangular prism. Rectangular prism. Okay, you know, by now you must be knowing what is the shape, right? We have used it several times now. Now this is like a room. Yes, the room has a front wall, the back wall, left, right, top, ceiling, and the bottom floor, right? So we call it a rectangular prism. It has three things, as you know: the length, the width, and the height. Yes. Now for this specific shape we have a formula. Okay, the formula is to find the surface area. Okay, if he says find the surface area of the rectangular prism, you don't have to do anything, just use this formula: length times width plus width times height plus height times length. Okay, now see, how will you remember this formula? There are three things, right? Length, width, and height, correct? Take two things at a time. First I take the length with the width, right? Length, width, see, I put it here. Then I will take the width and the height, see, I put it here. Then height will go with the length, so height, length. Multiply all of them, then add them. Whatever you get, you have to multiply it with the 2. If you will do this, you will get the area of all these 6 surfaces. If you want to know how did I get this formula, I will just take 1 minute, I will explain it. See, there are 6 surfaces. If I will, and I have to find their area. If I will check this triangle in the front, what does it have? Length and the height, right? So its area will be what? Length multiply height, correct? Now the front and the back, they are exactly same. Yani this is also length multiply height. Yani I have 2 length and height, correct? Now let us take the wall at the left, this one, the wall at the left side. This wall at the left side, it has a width and it has height, right? So what will I do? Width times height. Now again the same thing, the left wall and the right wall, they are same, right? So that will also be width and height, so 2 width and heights, correct? Now check the top, check the bottom, check this bottom, down, floor. The floor has length and the width only, so this will become, its area will be length times width, right? Now the floor and the ceiling, the top and the bottom, they are same, right? So the other one will also be length width, yani there are 2 length width. If I will join all of them, this will become 2 length width plus 2 width height plus 2 height length, correct? Just take the 2 outside, length width plus width height plus height length, check. This is how we got the formula. Okay, now no need to go into this too much, just I was explaining how we got the formula. You remember, length multiply width plus width multiply height plus height multiply length multiply by 2. Now let's say let me open the lesson question. I will take figures from there only. Okay, in the book question number 2, they said that the length is 4.3, okay, the width is 6 and the height is 3.7. Let us use these numbers only, okay, and solve it. So what will I do? 2 times. First I need the length and the width. Length how much? 4.3. Width how much? 6. Yani 4.3 multiply 6 plus, now I need the width and height. Width is 6, height is 3.7. So 6 times 3.7 plus, now I need the height and length. So height is 3.7, length is 4.3. 3.7 times 4.3. We just have to solve it and get the answer. So I will solve it with you. Okay, 4.3 times 6. Okay, let's see how to do it. All the boys, because I know some of the boys have problem in tables, so I'm doing it like this so that you can understand how to do it in the exam. Okay, watch carefully. 6 times 3, 18, 8 here, 1 up. 6 times 4, 24, 24 and 1, 25, so 25 here. After decimal only one number, so after one number you will put the point, so 25.8. So here it will become 25.8, okay, plus 6 times 3.7, 3.7 times 6, 6 times 7 42, 2 here, 4 up, 6 times 3 18, 18 and 4 22. Again, after decimal only one number, so after one number put the point, so 22.2, okay, plus 3.7 multiply 4.3, 3.7 multiply 4.3. Okay, I will do little bit faster, try to understand. 3 times 7 21, 1 here, 2 up, 3 times 3 9, 9 and 2 11, so 11, okay, one number finish. Next line put a 0, start with the 4, 4 times 7 28, so 8 here, again 2 up, 4 times 3 12, 12 and 2 14, so 14 here, 1 9 5 1. Now check, after decimal one number here, after decimal one number here, yani total two numbers, so after two numbers put the points, so 15.91, so 15.91, okay. Now we have to add all of them. So remember, whenever you are adding the decimal numbers, remember, whenever you are adding the decimal numbers, all the decimals should come in a straight line, okay, like this, so that you will, if you will do this, you will not make mistake in addition. The first one is 25.8, 25.8. Second one 22.2. Write the numbers exactly below each other so that you will not make mistake in doing addition. Third one is 15.91, so 15.91. Now see, above 1 there are no numbers here. In the last you can put zeros, no problem, okay. Now do the addition. 0 0 1 1, 8 and 2 10 and 9 19, 1 will go up, decimal 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 point, 5 and 5 10 12 13 and here 6, so 63.91, yani 2 times 63.91, okay. Now we have to multiply them, right? We can do it here also. See, 2 times 1 2, 2 times 9 18, 8 will come here, 1 will go up, 2 times 3 6, 6 plus 1 7, 2 times 6 12, so 12, okay. After decimal two numbers, so after two number put the decimal, the point, so this will be my answer. Now remember, because we are talking about the area yani see, I am multiplying two units only. If this is meter, yani I am doing meter multiply meter, only 2 units, right? It means this will be meter square, power will be 2, okay. Whenever we are talking about area, power will be 2. So this was what, rectangular prism, yes. Now let us come to triangular prism. See, for the triangular prism there is no formula, okay. I will tell you now. Okay, we have to do this step by step, but let me just put the numbers first. Let's say this is 9, okay, this is 8, this one here 8, and this one here, let's say 10, okay. Now what do I need for this one? I need, okay, let's say this is, if this is 9, so this will be 12, let's say 12, okay. इसका हो गया है, नीचे वाले का भी हो गया है 12, and let's say this is also 12, okay. Now, okay, number 1, if he asks you to find the surface area of a triangular prism, number 1, you have to find how many surfaces are there. If you will see carefully, I have a triangle in the front. You see this triangle? I have a triangle in the front, correct? Then I have a triangle at the back. Both the triangles are identical, they are same, right? So I have 2 triangles, correct? Plus, then you see I have a rectangle here. Try to see how my pen is going. This is a rectangle, correct? So this is a rectangle 1, plus now there is a rectangle at the back side. From there, if you will see from this side, there is a rectangle here. See, I am drawing it. Check how my pen is going. See the other side, this is a rectangle again, so plus rectangle number 2, plus at the floor down there is one more rectangle here. This is another rectangle down at the floor, see, so rectangle number 3. So in total there are 5 surfaces, 2 triangles and 3 rectangles, yes. we have to find their area individually and we have to add them to get the surface area of this triangular prism. Now if you remember, how do we find the area of a triangle? The base will be given, the height will be given, so you have to do base multiply height divided by 2. Yes. And for the rectangle, what was it? This length multiply width. So we will use the formulas here, okay, to find the areas. Now why did I put 2 here? Why did I multiply the triangle with the 2? Because both the triangles are same. So I will find the area of one triangle, I will multiply it by 2 for 2 triangles. So base multiply height divided by 2. What is the base of the triangle? If you see this triangle, the base is 8 and the height is 9. So base 8 times height 9 divided by 2. This is for one triangle, correct? But I have 2 triangles, so I will do multiply 2. Because both the triangles are same, simple do multiply 2. Plus rectangle number 1, this one. What is the length? The length is 10 and the width is 12. So 10 times 12 plus. Now check the rectangle on the other side, on the back side. The width is 12 and the length here is not given. But check this line and this line, they are same, right? Equal. Yani this length is also 10. So 10 times 12. 10 times 12. They are identical. Plus the triangle, the rectangle at the bottom, this one. The length is 10 and the width is 8. So you have to do 10 times 8. Okay, I hope you can visualize it. Now solve this. 2 up, 2 down. I told you we can cancel them. Khalas. 8 times 9, 72, plus 10 times 12, 120, plus 120, plus 80, right? Now just add them. 120, 120, 240, 240 and 240 and 80, it will be 320. 320 and 72, which will give you 392. 392, let's say this is centimeter, so centimeter square. Okay, I hope you understood. So you have to count how many surfaces are there. You have to identify their shapes, like we found, we saw here that we have 2 triangles and 3 different rectangles. We have to use the formula properly. See, base multiply height divided by 2 for the triangle and length multiply width for the rectangles, right? Put the values carefully, solve them, add them, and you get the total surface area. This was for the triangular prism. This is what? Triangular prism. Okay, now triangular prism is done. Next is the pyramids. Okay, just give me a second. Okay, now let us talk about the pyramids. Okay, so the first one is a rectangular pyramid. Okay, okay, so this is our rectangular pyramid, right? In the rectangular pyramid, let me just put some numbers here. Okay, I will put some easy numbers now, okay, because you have seen all the multiplications and everything. Okay, so let's say this is 6 and this is 8 and for this slant height I will just put how much, let's say 10. Okay, 8 8 6 6, what else do I need? Nothing. Khalas. Okay, so now check carefully. In this figure, how many surfaces are there? First we have to count the surfaces. First of all, there is the base. The shape of the base is a rectangle. Yes, the pyramid is made on a rectangle, so my base is a rectangle. So in the surface area, first I have a rectangle plus. Now the rectangle has how many sides? 4 sides, right? On the 4 sides there are 4 triangles, so we have to find their area, correct? So total 5 surfaces. Now let us start. For the rectangle, we simply do length multiply the width, correct? So the length, let's say, okay, here, okay, this is again, this will be same, right? Okay, 10. So the length is 6, the width is height, so 6 multiply 8 will be the area plus. Now see here, if I check at the triangle, if I see the triangle in the front, you see the triangle in the front, for that triangle the base is 6 and the height is 10. Now the triangle in the front and the triangle at the back, they are same. Why? Because if this line is 6, then this line is also 6, correct? And the height are 10. Height are same for all the triangles, right? So here the base is 6, height is 10. So the triangle at the back, for that also the base is 6, height is 10, right? So there are two triangles which are similar. So I will find the area of this one triangle. Base is 6 times height is 10 divided by 2, okay? And then I will multiply it by 2. Why 2? Because we have two similar triangles like this. Plus, check on the this right side. No, okay, check on the left side because the numbers are given here. See, here the base is 8, this one, yani this is also 8. Bases are same. Here the height is 10, here the height will be 10. Yani these two triangles are also similar. So I will find its area and I will multiply it by 2. Yani when I will multiply it by 2, I will get this area also and this area also, right? So base is 8 and the height is 10. So 8 times 10 divided by 2. So 8 times 10 divided by 2. Okay, and then I will do multiply 2 because there are two triangles like this. Now let us solve simply. 6 times 8, 48, plus here 2 and 2 khalas, here 2 and 2 khalas. 6 times 10, 60, plus 8 times 10, 80. Now simply add them. 188. Let's say this is inch, so we will get inch square. This is it. In surface area, there are no special formulas. You just have to see how many surfaces are there. Then you must know how to find the area of different 2D shapes. You use the formulas properly and you find the total area. Okay. Now the last one is a triangular pyramid. I will do an example on the triangular pyramid also. Then this lesson will be over. So let me make a triangular pyramid first. Okay. Let's say this, this, and then there is, okay, now let us say, okay, so if I choose a point here, now see, this is a pyramid, right? The base, okay, let me write the numbers first. Let's say this is 12, okay, this one here is 10, this one here is 12, this one here is also 12, and the height here of this triangle here, it will be 16. Okay, now check carefully. If I check the base of this pyramid, it is a triangle, right? So we will call it a triangular pyramid. Now the base is a triangle, so I have a base of triangle shape, correct? So I have to find the area of this triangle. Plus, the triangle has, the base triangle has 3 sides, right? Yani from 3 sides we are getting 3 triangles up, correct? Now all of these triangles are same. How can I tell? Check. Base of this triangle, the triangle on this side, base of this triangle 12, height 16, correct? Height of all the triangles will be same because see they are meeting at the here same point, yes? Now the base here again 12, the height will be 16. Here the base is 12, the height will be 16. Yani all 3 triangles are similar. So I will find the area of one triangle and I will multiply it by 3. Okay, now let us start. For the base triangle, if I say the triangle which is down, check this one carefully. What is the base? Okay, triangle formula, area of triangle formula, base given, height given. So what will you do? Base times height divided by 2, right? So we have to check the base and height. So for this triangle, the base is 12 and the height is 10. Which triangle? The base triangle. Check the base triangle. The base is 12 and the height is how much? 10. So I will do 12 times 10 divided by 2. This is for the base triangle. Plus, now let us take this triangle here. Okay, for this triangle here, this one, the base is 12, okay, and the height is how much? 16. So it will be 12 times 16 divided by 2. Now because there are 3 triangles here, all of them are similar, so I will just multiply this area by 3 to get area of all 3 triangles. Okay, now let us solve. 12 divided by 2, 6, and here 16 divided by 2, 8. Now 6 times 10, 60, plus 12 times 8, 96. Okay, 96 times 3, it will be 288. I'm right? Okay, okay, yes. Now just add them. 8, okay, and if this is, let's say, feet, so this will become feet square. See, you can do the plus by yourself, I just solved it. Okay, so this is how we can find the surface area of the, what is this, surface area, SA. See, short form, surface area, SA, surface area of the triangular pyramid. So in this way you can get 4 different shapes. Okay, and I told you how to find the surface area of all the 4 different shapes. Okay, that is all about surface area. I think it is over. Now we will move to the next lesson, the last lesson of this module 9. Okay, let us start with the final lesson. This is about volume and surface area of composite figures. Okay, so okay, volume and surface area of composite figure. Now you know what are composite figure, right? Okay, so I will not draw the composite figure because it will take too much time. I will just show you the composite figure in the book only. Okay, we'll solve the question from the book. Let me just adjust it a little bit. How can I do this? Okay, let us do it like this. Okay, I hope you can see this picture here. Just see. Oh, it is getting blurred. Just one second. Just let me adjust it. Give me a second. Okay, now I have adjusted it. Now see, you can see this figure, right? He said find the volume. Just see the keyword. He wants us to find the volume, right? Now, if you will look at this figure, this composite figure is made from 2 different 3D shapes. If you will look here, down I have a rectangular prism. See, in the front I have a rectangle, at the back I have a rectangle. See the box shape, this is a rectangular prism, right? If I will check the top shape is made of a triangle. See, here in the front I have a triangle, at the back I have a triangle, right? So this is a triangular prism, right? Now I will find the volume of the rectangular prism, I will find the volume of the triangular prism, and to find the total volume I will add them. Okay, and one more thing, if you are not able to see it properly in the video, this is page number 503 from the book. You can open the book and you can see this picture from there. There is this figure from there. Now let us solve this. I told you first we have to find the volume of the rectangular prism, right? Now for the rectangular prism, the formula was very simple: length multiply width multiply height. If you remember, okay, you have to remember the formulas. Now what is the length, width and height here? The length here is 10.6, the width is 8, and the height is 4.25. So simply 10.6 multiply 8 multiply 4.25. Now let us just solve it. Let us solve it here. First of all, 10.6 multiply, okay, 4.25 multiply 8, 4.25 multiply 8. 8 times 5, 40, 0 here, 4 up. 8 times 2, 16, 16 and 4, 20, so 0 here, 2 up. 8 times 4, 32, 32 and 2, 34. Now check, after point we have 2 numbers, so after 2 numbers put the point, so this will become 34.00, means 34 only. Now 34 multiply by 10.6, so 10.6 multiply 34. 6 times 4, 24, 4 here, 2 up. Now 4 times 0 will be 0, and 0 plus 2, 2. 4 times 1, 4. 1 number khalas, put a 0 down. 3 times 6, 18. 8 here, 1 up. And then 3 times 0, 0. 0 and 1, 1. 3 times 1, 3. Khalas. All number finished. Put the line. Do Zayed. 4, 10, 6, 3. Right? Where will I put the point? See, after point there is one number. So after one number I put the point. So 360.4. So this one will become 360.4. Yes. Now we need the volume of the triangular prism. Correct? What was the formula? Length, width, height divided by 2. Remember the formulas. Okay. So what is the length, width, height here? Check carefully. Now see, this length here is 10.6. Yani this length, the length of the triangular prism is also same, 10.6. Here the width was 8. Here also the width is same, 8. The height here is how much? 4.25. Same actually, by chance. So here it will become again 10.6 multiply 8 multiply 4.25 divided by 2. Same numbers, 10.6, 8, 4.25. Yani when you will multiply them, you will get 360.4, correct? And finally divided by 2. Divided by 2, yani it will become 180.2. Now for the total volume of the composite figure, we will do this plus this, yani 360 plus 184.4. 360.4 plus 180.2 will give me 540.6. Now because this is volume and the unit is what? The unit is inch here. So inch power 3. Okay, I hope you understood. So this was about the volume. Okay, now see, I will do one more question here, this one. Okay, question number 3. Now if you will check the figure carefully, see at the bottom this is again a rectangular prism. See, the front is a rectangle, the back side is also a rectangle. Yes, so rectangle everywhere, same, so rectangular prism. So volume of the rectangular prism, length, width, height. Why I am talking about volume? Because see, he said find the volume. Okay, read the question. Find the volume. Okay, what is the length, width, height? Length is 2, the width is 1.5, the height is 4. So 2 times 1.5 times 4. Okay, plus we need the volume of, now check the shape here. This is what you see, the point yani this is a pyramid, right? Which type of pyramid? The base is a rectangle, because it is made on a rectangular prism. The base will be a rectangle only, right? So this is a rectangular pyramid. For the rectangular pyramid, what was the volume? Length, width, height divided by 3. So now what is the length, width and height? If the length here is 2, the length here will be 2. If the width here is 1.5, the width here will be 1.5, and the height is 2. So again I will do here 2 times 1.5 times 2 divided by 3. Now just solve this. 2 times 1.5, 3. 3 times 4, 12. Plus 2 times 1.5, 3. 3 times 2, 6. And 6 divided by 3, 2. So here this, and 12 plus 2 is 14. So 14. Here again inch. So inch cube. I hope you understood, right? Okay, let us see this question also. Question number 4 from the book. Okay, now in this one we have three 3D figures together. This one is a rectangular prism. Up, check, rectangle in the front, rectangle at the back. See, this one again a rectangular prism, and here also rectangular prism. See why? Because here down I have a rectangle. See, not a rectangle, actually square. This is a square prism because both are 0.5, 0.5. He said the length and width both are 0.5, 0.5. So this is a square prism. This is a square prism. This is a rectangular prism. This is a rectangular prism. Okay. Oh, this is not exactly square because the height is actually different. But okay, still, let us see. So I will call it number 1. I will call it number 2, and I will call it number 3. All are rectangular prism. So the R1, the volume 1 will be length multiply width multiply height. What is the length? Length is 6, the width is 5, and the height is 0.5. So 6 multiply 5 multiply 0.5. 6 times 5, 30. Now 30 multiplies 0.5. Whenever you are multiplying something with 0.5, yani you are doing half nooks. So half of 30 will be 15. So this is 15. Volume number 2. Check. The length and width is 0.5 and the height is 6. So 0.5 times 0.5 times 6. Now 6 times 0.5, yani I am trying to do half. Half of 6, 3. Then 3 multiplies 0.5, yani again I am doing half of 3, yani 1.5. So 1.5 here. Volume number 3. Down here again 6, 5, 0.5. Same like the above one. 6, 5, 0.5, yani again 15. Okay. Total will be how much? 15 plus 1.5 plus 15, yani 31.5. What is the unit? Centimeter. So centimeter cube. Okay. Oh, here centimeter cube. Okay. 15 plus 15 plus 1.5. Okay. 31.5 centimeter cube. Okay. This is the solution. This was about the volume of the composite figure. Okay. They joined two different 3D shapes together, or three different 3D shapes together. They asked us to find the volume, and we calculated the volume of different shapes, added them together, and we found the total volume of the composite figure. Now the last question is about the surface area of the composite figure. Okay, that one is little bit tricky. Okay, so try to focus properly and understand it. Okay, so I have drawn the picture here. Try to understand, try to visualize it. See, this is made from two different shapes. At the bottom I have a rectangular prism. You see a rectangle in the front and there is a rectangle at the back, so rectangular prism is there. At the top I have a triangular prism. See here. Okay, now in this question he asked us to find the surface area. Try to understand one thing. First we have to count how many surfaces are there. Normally in a triangular prism there are 5 surfaces. If you remember, one triangle in the front, one triangle at the back, and then 3 rectangles, right? One here, one there, and one at the bottom. But this time we will not find the area of the rectangle at the bottom. Why? Because the rectangle at the bottom, it has combined with the top of this rectangular prism, right? So that surface is gone now. It has joined with the rectangular prism. So now in this triangular prism I have only 4 surfaces. One triangle in the front, one triangle at the back, and then 2 rectangles here and here. Okay, so first of all let us find the surface area of the 4 surfaces of the triangular prism. So for first of all for the surface area of triangular prism. Okay, so first of all the triangles. How will I find the area of the triangle? We need the base and we need the height of the triangle. The height of the triangle is given 4, and what will be the base? Check, the base will be 5. If this line is 5, means this line is also 5, right? So base is 5 and the height is 4. So yani 5 multiply 4 divided by 2. Base times height divide 2. Now the triangle in the front and the triangle at the back, they are similar, same, correct? So I will just multiply it by 2 to get the area of both the triangles. Now let us find the area of the rectangle. Now you see this rectangle at the side. For this rectangle we have to do length multiply width. Now this length will be how much? Check carefully. Here it is 3, then it is this one is also 3, right? So the length is 3 and the width is 6. So 3 times 6 plus 3 times 6. Now the other rectangle on the other side, just I will move the pen slowly. Check this, that one. The rectangle on this side, like this is this rectangle, then there is one rectangle here also, right? Here. So this rectangle and this rectangle, they are same, because see the length here is 3. If I check this line, this will also be 3. Yes, the width here is 6, so the width here will also be 6. So this is also same. So I will just simply do 3 times 6 again. Okay, any problem? Let us solve. 2 and 2 khalas, 5 times 4 20, plus 3 times 6 18, plus 3 times 6 18. So total how much? 36 and 20 56. So 56, let's say centimeter square. Let us put centimeter here. So this is the surface area for the a triangular prism, right? Now let us come to the rectangular prism. For the rectangular prism, just one second. Okay, हो गया? बस ठीक है काफी. Okay, now for the rectangular prism, okay, first we will use the same formula that I told you. 2 times length width plus width height plus height length. Okay, so you remember the formula, but this formula will give me the surface area of all these 6 surfaces, right? But if you remember, the top side of this rectangular prism is no more. Why? Because it joined with the triangular prism. So from this total surface area, we have to subtract the area of the top surface. So what does the top surface have? It has the length. See, it has the length and it has the width. So I will do minus length times width. Then I will get the surface area of all the 5 surfaces. Yes. Now just put the numbers. Here, what is the length, width, height? Length is the 5. Length is 5. The width is 3. And the height is, check here, the height is 2, right? Just put the numbers here and finish. So 2 times length width is 5 times 3. 5 times 3 plus width height is 3 times 2 plus height length is 2 times 5 minus the length width यानी 5 times 3. Simple. You just have to visualize it, only then you will understand. Okay, if you do not understand this question, you can ask me in the class also, but I hope you will understand it. Here I am trying to make it simpler for you. 5 times 3 15 plus 3 times 2 6 plus 2 times 5 10 minus 5 times 3 15. Now see, 15 and 10 25, 25 and 6 31 minus 15. 2 times 31 will be 62, 62 minus 15. 62 minus 15 will give me 47. Okay, centimeter square. So the total surface area will be this one plus this one, yani 56 plus 47. Okay, which will be 103 centimeter square. I hope you understood. This was the last question of the lesson number 6. Okay, now I have covered all the material, all the formulas, all the different types of calculation in different examples. I hope you understood everything. If you did not understand, you can watch the video again and again. If you faced any problem in the video, you need any kind of improvement, you tell me after you watch this video. So in the next video, I will improvise it. Okay, for now, I have covered the whole module 9. You can watch this video as many times as you want. So best of luck to all of you. Learn properly. I am here to help you as much as I can. Prepare properly for the final exams. Okay, goodbye and take care.